And real quick, I just I created a video the other day, but I never uploaded it, unfortunately, because that's just how I roll, apparently. So what I had did was I had ordered um uh-oh, a few of these things here. Sorry, cover. A few of these things here, exfoliating foot mask. So I had bought. I had bought a couple of these, and well, I gotta tell you, don't ever buy these. Don't ever buy them. I now have a rash on the top of my foot, and it hurts. Don't ever buy them. Right? I was gonna upload another video. I was gonna upload the video after I did like a part 2 of that, and show how the progress has come, but I'm not, because it's not doing anything besides giving me a rash. So that's not gonna happen. A little bit, though, we will be eventually, what day, or June, not day, month, June, I will be moving from here, this house here, where I uploaded, I think, my 3rd video. So I'm gonna be moving, and, moving to Indiana, and, I will do videos, I will do a live streaming for that, when we look at the house, when we, do all that kind of stuff. But we are moving to Indiana because of the landlord here. The landlord is raising my rent because of my fiance moving in, which I have now engaged. Those of you that don't know. And we are, her and I are going to have to move out on our own because, that my parents are going to be moving into their own house, or apartment, wherever they end up. So it's going to be an interesting few months. I have a niece on the way, actually, which I'm very excited about, because if you know me, my nieces are my world. I love them to death. I would do anything for them, and they're always the light of the parties that we go to. They're always the light of the parties. So with that being said, yeah, can't wait for that. And then as well, I was planning a trip to St. Louis in July, but since we have to move, that trip in July for my fiance's birthday is going to be pushed to next year, because of trying to make sure we have money and that sort of thing for when we move. So that's not going to happen, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to it, but can't do it. I'm going to walk away for a second because my light's out. I need the charger. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of different things, hopefully in the future for you guys, because you guys, you guys deserve it, and I love giving you guys content. So we will eventually do some videos. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take that off for now. So yeah, we're just gonna do a lot of different things. We have so many different things. I have so many different things planned for the two of us because, she works very hard. To do an internship, to do, working, to school. She does a lot, and I'm gonna give my fiance a good trip. So in my safe over here, I've been to my left here. I've been saving all the change I get, which I'm gonna start using cash more so I can get change, because I know later on it's gonna add up and eventually be able to plan my trip. So that's gonna be exciting. So we are planning a lot here. I'm gonna come over here where the light is. So we're gonna be coming over here to. We're gonna be moving a lot, traveling, and I know I've been saying that for the last, I don't know, year, 2 years. I think I've had this channel. I don't remember. So I know it's gonna be. We're gonna have a lot of time to do it. Her and I, and of course, I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride because, well, why wouldn't I? So with a lot of things going on, I have brought a lot of different kinds of things here. I'm gonna bring a lot of things. I'm not gonna use phone camera or video camera. I'm gonna use my phone camera. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get maybe a third plane. Let's see, I keep a lot of not much now, but it eventually is going to add up. I'm going to save what I can, and that, eventually, later on, we'll take that trip. But we are planning different things because, we're going to be planning different things because it's going to be a trip that is going to be nice for us together. We're going to start planning just ideas, not really planning it, but ideas for our wedding. So we're going to do that eventually. There's just so much we have planned. Sorry, my glasses are crooked and they're kind of annoying. So different things we're gonna be doing. We're gonna it's been quite a while. I honestly forgot everything that I'm gonna be doing. So, what the heck? Um, oh, Christmas was great. Christmas was very fun. My family, I know, are a lot of my subscribers, so thank you for, once again, for everything. Um, your love, your support. Um, I really appreciate it. My gifts were amazing. Who else? Um, New Year's was awesome. Well, not really. I mean, I just spent it here in the house with my parents and my fiance, and um, Valentine's Day was super awesome. I, I'm glad I have um, you know amazing people. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. You guys are my family. Are just amazing. Um, you know, when I said when I was thinking about it and actually did it, um, thinking about proposing to my fiance, to Shelby, um, you guys were behind me. You guys were supportive of me. So let me explain something to you. Last year, April was hard. Every year it's hard because of my grandmother passing, our grandmother, in 2017 in April. So every April is very hard. So when I when I and then I had lost my cat in 2021, I do believe. Yeah, February of 2021. It was hard. She had lost her dog in February of 2022, I believe. And I met her in April. Technically April. So her and I were just so... Shelby and I, like, kicked it off. It's like we knew each other for years. Had so much in common. She was having a difficult time. I was having a difficult time. I was in a black hole, and she got me out of it. We may fight, but what relationship doesn't? We still go to bed together, loving each other. And I think that's important when you get angry. Is don't go to bed angry. It is not healthy for you. And even if we do get really mad at each other, we go to bed, or we try to go to bed, and we can't sleep. And we're like, see, this isn't healthy. We have to make up. And, we can't stay mad at each other for long. Because we have a good connection, we have a good relationship. We cannot see each other in the future without each other, if that makes sense. She's my everything. She's my everything. And I would do anything for her. because she's has done a lot for me. She doesn't think it, but I told her this morning before she left for work, I'm like, we, as a couple, we sacrifice for each other. I'm like, for example, tomorrow I have to go to her college, and sit in the cafeteria for like an hour and a half while she's in school. And basically drive there for an hour, go sit in the cafeteria for an hour, and then drive back home for an hour. And she's like, thank you for sacrificing for me. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. I'm like, this is what we do as a couple. We sacrifice for each other. Believe it or not, you sacrificed a lot for me. She was like, no, I didn't. You do more than, no. You do more than I do. And I'll tell you why. This is the way I think. One, she doesn't have to take me to work and pick me up. When she was living, when she didn't move in and she was living out south, she didn't have to come and see me every day, or every weekend, or every change she could. She didn't have to pick me up, drop me off from work. She didn't have to come back into my life. She didn't have to do this, she didn't have to do that. And I'm like, you sacrifice a lot for me, whether you know it or not. She was like, no, I don't. I'm like, yeah, you do, sweetheart. You sacrifice a lot for me. I'm like, you are an amazing person. I'm like, you do a lot for people. You are a very big inspiration to people. To me. You complain. I'm like, and everybody complains. I'm like, I can't be mad about that. But you complain about doing this and doing that, but you do it because you love me. I'm like, you didn't have to love me. You didn't have to stay around. You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to do that. You have sacrificed a lot for me. She doesn't give herself a lot of credit, and she deserves a lot of credit because I don't know too many people that would do that. She is such a sweetheart that, and my siblings, my sisters especially, Christina, and my sisters especially, they, oh my lord, my cat just ran into the door. My sisters especially, they're such my protectors, and they've told me, they're like, especially one of them, you know who you are, was like, Shelby's really good for you. I'm like, I know. They were like, I just met her, and I love her to pieces. She's good for you. Like, really? Like, it took you took you like 2 seconds to like love her? I'm like, hey, you know what? That's what you think. That's what you think. And it was true. I'm like, it doesn't take much for somebody to love her. Like, you can meet her in 1 second and you already love her. I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, my family, my siblings, especially my sisters, who, like I said, are my protectors. It didn't take them long to go, I love her. She's good. She's awesome. She's good for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And knowing that they were going to be behind me in last 2021 Christmas, I was going to propose to her on Christmas Eve, and she wasn't ready, which was fine. But I told my sister who was hosting it, I'm like, I want the girls, my niece is part of it. I want them to do this and do that and blah 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 blah. She was like, okay. She goes, Jonathan, I'm really happy for you. Is there anything I can do? I'm like, no, not really. I've got it all covered. They're just gonna, my nieces are gonna do the part. I'm like, that I don't need nothing. She goes, do you have a box? I'm like, no, I don't have a ring box. She goes, alright, got one. I'm gonna order one for you, and it's an ornament as well. And I was like, no, you don't have to do that. She goes, and she goes, I am also gonna order a banner. I was like, touched. And then I had to tell them never mind because she wasn't ready. And I'm not the type of person to hold things. Like, I'm gonna ask you, like, hey, if I do this, are you ready for it? Because I don't want to go up, get down on one knee, propose, and then she look at me and go, no. So I asked. I'm like, I don't like doing things without talking, but especially talking to her, because she gets mad. And I don't like when she's mad at me. So I asked her. She's like, no, I'm not ready. Alright, that's fine. Hey, whatever. February, took her out to a nice dinner, and came home, because my idiot, dumbass self forgot the ring, so I couldn't do it at the restaurant. I was like, shit. So I had ordered a banner, and I hung it up, and did it in my room, and did a nice speech, everything. She was fine with it. She was happy. She was alright. Yes. I'm like, got it. So yes, there was plenty. There was, I am so greatly appreciated for my sisters, my brothers, my fiance, my nieces, and my parents. They all have supported me and helped me tremendously with doing this. I feel like I've got like fluff on my mouth, but it's not peanut butter fluff. I don't know. Yeah, peanut butter fluff. I don't know what it is, but yeah. If you take anything from this live stream, is if you find somebody who is loving, supported, and cares for you, snatch her up quick. Because I never thought this was going to be possible. I never thought I was going to find her. I never even thought that I was going to be where I am today. And I'm like, I'm not rich, but like having a life and seeing something other than a black hole and wanting to commit suicide and stuff like that. Like, that's where I was in my life before I met her. And what made me stay was my nieces. My nieces, I would look at them and just be like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to see them grow up. They're my world. I've taken care of them. You know, I can't do that to them. And I became good of not doing that. You know, I stayed away from that because of my nieces and never had that thought in my mind ever again. I thought about it maybe once or twice back then, but never again. Because every time I would be like, I'm like, my nieces. No, I can't do that, you know, kind of thing. And so it made me question, what do I do with my life? I turned that around, and then it just kept turning around. And finally ended up where I'm at right now. All I did was stay positive, worked, and focused on everything, and everything fell into place. Money, not yet, but that's gonna take a while. So yeah, that's basically what it comes down to, is I didn't think this is where I was going to be in my life. Engaged, happily engaged, loving, supportive family, and loving, supporting in-laws. What is there more? Like, what can I have more? What can I have more of? So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and change the subject to a different subject. I don't have a different subject. Thought I did. I'm sorry, guys. I totally drew a blank after that little message. Oh, if you have somebody special, and I said it before, as loving, as caring as her, snatch them up. Him or her, snatch them up. You will not regret it later. I have never thought this is where I was going to be. So, if you're in a dark place and you don't want to be there, find somebody like her, like my fiance, and snatch them up. Be like, nah. And sneak right into their heart, because that's what I did. I snuck right under her heart, and never looked back. I have a lot of different ideas. So, with weddings. Well, now I got weddings in my mind. With videos for maybe abandoned buildings, or historic places, or I am gonna live stream when we go to St. Louis, though. That I do know. I'm gonna live stream because we're gonna go up in the arch and other things. So stay tuned for that. It won't be until next July, 2023. What else? So yeah, with all that being said, just stay tuned for that video, for that live stream. I'm still playing around with editing software for the phone, so like I can do videos and edit them. I did have an editing one on my old phone, and I don't remember the name of it, so I'm gonna have to check my uninstalled list and see if I can find it there. Because it was a good software. I liked it. It did a lot of cuts, and it didn't like smooth over, which I'm still learning how to do that on that. Even the computer, which I've only done one video on there, and that's my Michigan trip. On there, I did the video I did with baking with my mom. That was on my phone, and it was nice. I did like that software. So I think a lot of my videos are going to be done on my phone because it's so much easier, because my laptop is weird. When I download from the camera, it's like the SIM card or the SD card, when you pull it out, when you take it out after it's all moved over, it doesn't read it very well, and I don't know why. Like, it doesn't read the videos that's downloaded onto the computer. So I'm not sure why that is. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Even on my other laptop, because I bought an Apple laptop to do that, to start making videos with, or to download and edit and stuff like that. But something's going on there. But even with my other laptop, my Windows, I think it is, my HP, that was being funky with that, so I'm not sure what's going on. So thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate all your love and support. Have a blessed day. I love you guys to pieces. Stay loved, stay safe, and I'll see you guys when I come back to do an upload or a live stream, whichever comes first. Peace out.